Welcome, and this is Wayne, and Eric's on the guitar over there. Say howdy to all the folks, Eric.
Howdy. My name is Eric Nans. My social security number.
Oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that. We are doing Johnny Be Good today. Chuck Berry, this is the opening lick. We're going to teach it to you guys really slow in little parts. Okay? So here's the first part, and we're in B flat major. Lovely key for horn players and guitar players. Okay? And so you see him sitting up there around 5th fret. And check out, we'll just play it for you one time, kind of slowed down. Get you inspired. Right, mighty fine, mighty fine. Let's break it down, sir, and show them how we did it. So the very beginning goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay.
Starts with a little grace note.
1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Good. Okay. So back to the beginning again. Put the whole thing together. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, do it again with us. Notice that little trick when he slides up to the B flat. He does a little dyad. That thing. He's doing this little trick where he's playing eighth notes in little sub patterns like right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on underneath. So when you count over the top of it, it sounds really silly to count over the top of it. So kind of think of the little groove that's going on underneath of it. From the beginning, 1 and 2 and go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then from that last note, what do we run into a chord?
Yeah, normally I'd play this still with my ring finger, but we're about to go into the inner voicing of a B flat bar chord. So normally you'd play it like that. I'm just going to fret it like this.
So it's an E shape.
And then you just play a full measure of eighth notes.
And he's kind of chugging on strings 5, 4, and 3 for the most part. And if you hit a few extras, hey, you got the whole thing covered.
Then you're playing just like Chuck.
If you listen to the original recording, it almost sounds like the rhythm guy is actually playing the intro, and then Chuck comes in, and he's playing this lead line that actually comes in after this part here. So it's almost like all of this stuff here is actually being laid by a second player. And back in the old days, I'm going to guess this is like 52, 54, something like that. And it was, they didn't have multi-tracking back then. So if you listen to the original recording, you actually hear 2 totally different guitar textures, which leads me to believe that it probably was 2 different guys, although it can be done. Well, I mean, you see Chuck doing it. I don't know whether he had a stomp box or something, but definitely changes textures between the 2 parts. So don't know on the original recording. Okay? So what should we do next?
After this, it goes into a little kind of greasy, slidey kind of part.
Okay.
Do that slow.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so you're starting off with what finger sliding up?
Middle finger, just like the beginning. Exactly like the beginning. And then you walk it back down. And then you slide from 7th fret to 5th fret. Try to make it as greasy as you can. Then you end on 3rd finger.
A little tasty vibrato there.
Do that whole part again.
Ready, do it again. One last time, ready, go. Good. And you guys know in all these teaching videos, so let's go back to the beginning, see if we can tie it all together. 2, 3, oh sorry. And then that's followed by...
Alright, next part's cool little trick. This happens a lot in blues songs, rock songs. So we're basically in our B-flat pentatonic shape, and you're going to put your pointer finger down, first finger down on the 2nd string, right up on the 6th fret, just kind of leave it there. And then the next trick is your ring finger is going to come up to the 3rd string, up on the 8th fret, and you're going to do kind of a little mini bend. And you kind of almost have to mute that bend as you finish it to get the same sound that he's getting. But you bend up, kind of let go, and then hit the note that your pointer finger is pressing on.
So it's bending an E flat up towards the F, and then landing on the F on the B string.
And that's kind of that cool little groovy sound that he gets. And you just play that over and over. The 5th time you do it, however, you're going to play a little dyad where you're just going to bar down, play strings 1 and 2 with your pointer finger. Do it again. And then you do it again. And I'm keeping my palm down just a little bit so I can mute that note and keep it from ringing. We don't want to sound like that. Sometimes that's cool to do in a blues song, but for this we want that short kind of choppiness. Alright.
We were also talking earlier before we started the video, if you have heavier strings on your guitar, instead of hitting the E flat on the G string with your 3rd finger, you might want to hit the D with your pinky finger. And you were thinking that he did that?
Yeah, I was playing along with it, trying to learn this song last night, and it sounded a little bit closer to like what he's doing. Both of them sound cool, both of them sound close, but I think if you really boil it down, he's probably playing that 9th fret with his pinky. So give it a shot if you can reach out there.
I see when you're doing the little bend, your thumb tends to be, you're behind the board there. Sometimes on bends we like to get our thumb over the top and kind of pull your bends up. So you're not using finger strength, but you're using hand strength. So if you struggle a little bit at this and you can't actually pull the note all the way up to the F, pull the bend up, you might want to get your thumb either over the top or more on the top side of the neck and the back to give yourself a little bit to pull towards. Eric's got super strong fingers. He can crush beer cans that are steel with 2 fingers. It's incredible, but anyhow.
Those 2 right there. Alright. Should we piece all that together?
Yeah, let's do that. Back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. And he hits one more of them. And then he starts into...
Then there's this kind of funky little riff where he's kind of combining 3 or 4 different scales, but it's really cool. Check it out.
That's a mouthful. Okay.
And then there it is.
So let's take that ending part again. So we just finished the bram, which was 2 5 times, 5 times. And then we get to the last one.
Then you're actually just going to hit the top note, so first finger up there on that 6th fret.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, B flat. And then you're going to run down, little scale pattern.
Okay, let's do that a couple times. Brown. Da, 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 da. And then what, it hits back to a
Then he jumps
C.
up a little bit higher, yep.
Yeah, so we'll stop on the C. Ready, go. Brown. C, do it again, go. 3rd time's a charm, go. And then he lays behind that the next lick. Okay, so this lick starts on a B flat, the second portion of it. Okay, so it's kind of a B flat minor lick that turns major at the very last second. Little flatted 3rd lifting up there. Okay, and you put the 2 licks together and you got this. That's followed by...
Alright, this is we were just kind of laughing about before. It's almost like there's a little bit of sloppiness in his playing, but it ended up resulting in what sounds like a rake on the guitar, and a rake is basically where you're playing.
In the 50s, a rake? No way.
Yeah, shred playing in
Shred
the 50s.
playing.
So the idea is that you've got a little chord, and what he's playing is it looks like the bottom part of your B flat bar chord. So you're hitting middle finger and then barring your pointer finger on strings 1 and 2. But we don't want it just to ring together. We kind of want each note to sound individually. So you kind of lift up each note after you play it. It's kind of tricky to do, but if you can line it up, results in a pretty cool sound. That was kind of sloppy, but maybe that's just how he intended it. So as opposed to just a nice pretty chord, you kind of just rake down. The most important note to hit, though, is that top note, that B flat with your pointer finger. And that's the last little lick he does.
Okay, so let's take it from the rake. Okay, so we got the rake, and then we come down a scale. And then we have a little dyad, and then more pentatonic bending.
Just like before, and then a little
down the scale. So that's an E flat D and a B flat. Can we back it up to the, I guess the last brand?
Yeah, that whole idea.
Yeah. So we're at the very end of the song here. We just did the 10 E flat F bends, and then here's the ending. Okay, do it again. 1. Okay, one more time for you guys at home. To tie it together, can we go back to the bends, the 10 bends? So it'll be 1, 2, ready, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. What's so cool is it's syncopated instead of the normal syncopation where you kind of feel the offbeats. It's almost like he's accenting the wrong syllables, and he really is playing lots of beat 2s and 4s with these cool strong chords, and you kind of lose where the meter is at with it, so it's really kind of hard to count and feel it over the top of it. Shall I put the whole thing together for you guys? Back to the beginning, kind of slow again? Now that you know what we're doing. 1, 2, 3. 1. So after those cool bends, he does a lot of 2s and 4s. One more time, that's cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1 and 2 and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want to try a little fast for him? Okay.
All right.
All you guys are really playing along, so go back and play that video slower, get all the little parts. So here's a little bit closer tempo. 1, 2, 3. Wayne and Eric out. Johnny be good. Rock and roll.